All right, all right. What is going on, everybody? We are live for Uprights and Inputs. We have two special guests today, but first of all, our co-host, Bird Gang 31, is stuck at work, really busy. So, hey, Bird Gang, prayers up. See you next week, brother. Go get that. Go get that money. We got Protech Sports Network. How's it going, brother?
What's going on with you, man? How you doing? What's going on? I'm doing
Pretty
well, by the way.
Pretty good. And then we got a familiar face on the channel. We got on the WarPath, Corey. What's going on?
What's going
My
on,
boy.
Trox? Tony, what's up, y'all? Hey,
What up? What up? What up? What up, big dog? What up,
not
Corey?
much, man. Not much.
Man, hey, we're gonna have a fun show tonight. But so let me pull up the week one schedule real quick. Kind of do like a little rapid fire.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so week one, all the Bills taking down the Super Bowl champions 31-10. What was your guys' kind of quick thoughts on that? We'll start with you, Protech.
Oh, the Rams took a nap and got destroyed. They took a nap and got destroyed. That's what happened to them. They got they got obliterated off the field. They got thrown away like a piece of trash.
Oh
And
yeah.
they didn't talk like rag dolls, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, what was it Nick Collins or some whatever dude name was, the cornerback, got destroyed. Josh Allen put the stiff arm, the Heisman. Just, he got flown across the room. My man got flown into the owner's box. He just flew him over there. They flew him to December. He's
Hey,
good
hey,
December. Go
all
3-1. It was just bad. It was just bad. The Rams looked bad offensively. It was the Cooper Cup show and nothing else. It's like Matthew Stafford couldn't target Allen Robinson to save life. I don't know what the heck is going on, but just cannot target Allen Robinson. And credit to the Bills. They just win this. Say, hey, we're gonna come in and dominate. Did they thug easy, man? Just destroy them boys. Put them on skates.
absolutely. Corey, what's your thoughts on that Bills Rams game?
Yeah, I think that the Bills show why they're the preseason favorites to win the Super Bowl, right? They flexed that muscle. They survived 4 turnovers in that game, so it wasn't clean at all. But they forced 3 turnovers on the back end of that. And then for the Rams, they really showed they had that Super Bowl hangover. Matt Stafford, who didn't play any in the preseason, he's got that elbow issue that was shown to be, that was kind of like his bugaboo there. They really couldn't get the run established, and they just like Tony said. I mean, Allen Robinson came in here to be your number two, and in the bowl where we're thinking where Odell's going to go to, whose hot tub is Odell Beckham going to poison this season? It looks like the Bills won that one. But like the Bills look like a well-oiled machine. Ken Dorsey, I think he might need to do some retooling on his play call, and I think he needs to utilize his running backs more than using Josh Allen, because that style of play sometimes it's not going to last you forever. We saw Cam in 2015 do it, but it's one season. Then we never really saw Cam recapture that form. So I would caution with that, especially with a first-year play caller.
Absolutely. Now, real quick before I get into it, we got Clinton in the building. We got it's me, Matt in the building. We got Chrome in the building.
What up?
We got Mrs. Bird Gang. Appreciate you for stopping in.
What up?
We got Joe Diaz. How's it going? We got Curtis B. Yo. How's it going? Timon in the Buckeye. How's it going? Pierce the Weather. What's going on? Bay is in the building. We got David Chappelle Sr. How's it going? Chrome, how's it going? Kelly Gardner, how's it going?
What up?
How's everybody doing today? We got our coup in the building. We got a Dallas Cowboy in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they got no Cowboys. They foolishness.
Where's my strong hand, Dad? I need my strong hand. So
You might need more than a strong hand for them.
Oh, wait a minute. Who did that? Who put that right there for them Cowboy fans? I don't know. Uh-oh. Who did that? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh
I
my
know how that
God!
happened.
Oh man.
Rox, why you putting stuff on my screen like that, bro?
Hey, my bad. My bad.
You a troll. Corey a troll, man. Corey funny the mud.
Oh god. One more time for the culture, right?
He said one more time for the culture.
Oh gosh, okay, I'm done.
That guy 4-5 on his trolling today, I see.
But the Rams Bills, I mean, I was actually going with the Rams, even though I am a Detroit fan. And, obviously I am a Cardinals fan too. So that's a division rival myself. And I was going with the Rams though, because I was like, well, obviously, coming off the Super Bowl, this, that, the other, and things like that. And I was just like, well, I think the NFL will kind of gift them that one win, and then they got to fight the rest of the season. That was not the case in week 1. Buffalo said, hold my beer, because we got some unfinished business. We were wrongfully out from the playoffs to not be in the Super Bowl. So yeah, we have some time to think about that loss. So they came prepared, and Von Miller going over to the Buffalo Bills after winning the Super Bowl with the Rams, kind of friendly fire with being enemies on that night. So it was a kind of a interesting game. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout though. I mean, for it to be 31-10, I was just like, whoa. The Bills are for real. So I'm going to see a deep run by the Bills this playoffs. But our next matchup, we got the Saints and the Falcons. It was a 1-point game, 27-26. What's your guys' thoughts on that game?
I call this the Titanic Bowl, right? Because if Jack just could have held on to the lead, unlike the Falcons did, right, he might have still been alive up in the Titanic. And this is exactly what happened. How many times do we see the Atlanta Falcons hold on, make some big old leads and claim they're like Wall Street, never just sell on the Falcons? Every time when they have big lead, somebody's coming back on them. I thought this said more about Jameis Winston and company, that they can get down a hole, they can dig out, especially being even more impressive that was on the road in Atlanta against a division opponent. So hey, they clawed back in it. You got to give those boys credit out there.
Absolutely. Protech.
The Atlanta Falcons should be ashamed of themselves. You were up 17. You let slant boy Michael Thomas not run slants for touchdowns. You running fades now. Gonna call him fade boy now. Interesting. Also, the Saints should be ashamed of themselves too. You should have been down 17 in the first place. Why are you down 17 to Atlanta? Are you serious? What? Huh? Dumbfounded, confused. What are you doing? Down 17 to the lowly Atlanta Falcons, who was completely rebuild mode. They hit the reset. They hit the reset button with Trey Matt Ryan said, "Reset button. We're gonna stink this year." And they're up 17 on you. No. Saints need to get their act together. The Falcons are the Falcons. They're gonna stink. They're gonna continue to stink. You know what the heck they are? They're trash. They're horrible. That's what they are. And he called Desmond Ridder and throw him on the field because Marcus Mariota ain't here. So yeah, have fun, Falcons, and have a wonderful, terrible 2022. You're gonna keep blowing leads like this, and Saints, best of luck to you. Can't be down 17 to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean, I will say the biggest surprise though for Atlanta though was the emergence of what do you call it? Drake London. He kind of stole all of Kyle Pitts' his targets. I mean, he was like Debo from the movie Friday. He's like, give me that. What you got on my 40, homie? So Drake London coming back after a year off of football. I mean, that was a little bit of a shocker, but I mean, I think the chemistry was off. That's why I feel like the Saints were down 17. I already knew that the Saints were going to take care of the Falcons. It was just a matter of, how fast can they get their chemistry together? Because you didn't have Michael Thomas for majority of the year, last year, if at all. So it's just like you had so much time away. His last quarterback he played with was Drew Brees, and he exited out that one pretty quick, because it was a long-term hip injury. I think there was more of that underlining stuff going behind, but going off of Drew Brees' comments. But overall, I mean, yeah, like Protech said, you can't go down 17 points to the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, if that would have been any other team, you're going to pick up that L. Instead of eating them dubs, Jameis Winston, you're going to be getting them L's. So, and you're going to have a hard lesson. So, you got to take care of the teams that you're supposed to take care of. We got the Browns and the Panthers. Obviously, that game with Baker Mayfield versus his former squad. The game was won by the Cleveland Browns 26-24. We'll go with you, Protech.
Baker, stop crying, bro. Can you stop crying, Baker? Stop crying. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay you got traded and thrown like a rag doll to Carolina. It's okay. It's okay. Happens to the best of us. It's okay. It's okay. Peyton Manning got thrown away once upon a time. Drew Brees got thrown away once upon a time. And you're not Peyton Manning, no Drew Brees. Tell me you stop crying. Stop crying. That was a bad call. Who gives a crap? Who cares?
Hey, got to play through the whistle.
60 minutes of football. Go play 60 minutes of good football. And start throwing nasty interceptions for crying out loud, Baker. Bum. Shout out to the Browns. They went there with Jacoby Brissett, and he didn't play that great, by the way. Jacoby, you weren't that great, but you got the job there. You managed the game. Good job. And Nick Chubb did his. Oh my gosh, almighty. Nick Chubb did him dirty. And Myles Garrett also did him dirty as well. Just threw Baker on the floor like he was like a doll. Like literally, he was a doll. He was an action figure to Myles Garrett. Get out of here! Ah! He threw you back to December. He threw you to December. He threw you in the future. It was nice knowing you. Your season's over with. Just get out of here! Ah! But yeah, the Browns barely won the game. I'm not surprised the Browns won the game. They are the better football team, even with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. And Baker Mayfield needs to stop crying. Like, just stop crying, bro. Like, it's okay, bro. We all get thrown away like rag dolls sometimes. It happens to the best of us. But you're not one of them. So, best of luck. Struggling in Carolina. Best of luck.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to deal with chemistry. But what's going on, Terrion Williams? What about you, Corey? What's your thoughts about the Panthers Browns game?
But and it looked like the Panthers, they had a claw back into this one. They had 17 in that fourth quarter. So I would really kind of flip this on the head of the Browns. I don't care who you got at quarterback. You got too much talent and Jacoby Brissett is serviceable.
Yes.
So if you're this playoff contending team that could possibly make some noise in the North this year, you don't let this happen. You don't let Baker, who's really has been taking live bullets in practice for a little over a month, even do this to you. To the point it was a little bit of karma, and it's not an NFL season that Christian McCaffrey doesn't get hurt in some form or fashion. So we got that out of the way. But Baker said he was going to F him up, and he got F'd up, literally, as they field goaled him out. And Cade York, let's not a rookie coming in on the road, 58-yard field goal. Let's be real, family. My goodness, you can look at both ways. There were a lot of games this year this week that were like the losing team should have won. This is like the third, probably out of 4 games so far that this season that we saw like losing teams should have won. Atlanta should have won. Carolina right now, they should have won. We got some more that's going to probably our 2 teams the losing teams should have won in those games as well too. So I mean, just saying,
Absolutely. What's up, Just Be You? How's it going? She's a Lord, a Commander fan. Hey, it's 2-on-1 this week. we got on the WarPath and we got Protech Sports. Going up against the Detroit Lions. So hey, we got 2-on-1 again this week. But what's going on, Just Beauty? But yeah, I mean, if it was any other team, say like the Baltimore Ravens, and you give up, those kinds of points, like you're not going to win. You got to take care of the teams you're supposed to take care of. When you're able to, take care of those teams, it's going to build confidence. Like, okay, hey, the teams that we're about to take care of, we're going to take care of those teams. And then the teams that, hey, maybe a coin flip. Okay, now if you go down 17, well, hey, look, it's a coin flip game. Or if it's a team that, hey, we're supposed to get our butts destroyed in. Okay, well, it's supposed to be our destroyed in this game. You always have to keep on fighting. Jacoby Brissett. Come on, Jacoby. Like, you're supposed to be that starter out in Indianapolis. You're supposed to be the starter guy in Miami. Like, everywhere you have been, you haven't taken full advantage of. It's like you don't have a dog in the fight. Sometimes you just got to have that dog mentality. Like, hey, there's an opening at least until week 7 or week 13, whenever the Browns play the Houston Texans. So it's like I have an opening to really put pressure on even the starting quarterback in Deshaun Watson. Like, you have to take care of those teams. Pump your chest out a little bit. Hey, be confident in yourself. You're in the National Football League. You got talent if you're there. So play within yourself and make those plays. 26-24. I don't know if it was a Vegas, let's keep this game close, or whatever, but you got to take care of your team. Like, come on now. Ain't no excuses. 26-24 and going down in points like that. Panthers, I thought they were going to be a little bit better with Baker, but like you said, Corey, could it be because he's only been there a month? Is the chemistry really there? So it's like, oh, that's all facts, Just Beauty. NFL is rigged as long as there's money involved. But the 49ers and the Bears, 19-10 Bears defeated the 49ers in the rain game. That's what I'm going to call it from now on, the rain game.
Monsoon. Monsoon, baby.
But what is your guys' thoughts on the 49ers and Bears?
Yeah, a house built on sand can't always be sinking, right? The 49ers have tipped their hats multiple times. They may be a good team. They may be a talented team, but there is some confusion up top there with the most important position in all of football, and that's the quarterback, right? You didn't hear anything from Jimmy G. Like, they had to put a missing persons report out on Jimmy G. They were sending people. They were sending Bama's to his house. They was trying to send. They put his butt on milk cartons, and they didn't know where he was. They had Jimmy G on there like, have you seen me? Have you seen my child? Yeah, you know what we used to get in the mail, right? They said he's been missing since January of 2022. Have you seen him? They could it is so perfect that the arrogance that is Kyle Shanahan, that this is something that would happen to him. The fact that you had Marvel supervillain Matt Eberflus in his head coaching debut in the pouring rain, when you're supposed to be this running team, this power team that's just supposed to be running it up the gut in the rain, this would be perfect for Kyle Shanahan and them, right? No, they let Justin Field and them boys hang around. and beat them. They still had the woes. I'm not and Tony and I know we got a buddy who's a huge Trey Lance fan. I am not a Trey Lance fan. I haven't been one, and I'm not convinced that he's that. I still got to see more out of him. But kudos to the Bears. We left them for dead. Probably back when they got their head coach. So good win for those guys out there at Soldier Field in a Chicago type game in the rain. So hand clap to them, man. They did the thing.
Absolutely. What about you, Protech?
The glass had come on for this one. Like it's
Throwing that shade.
Man, look, man. Hey, Trey, you need to get together, bro. We won't need these. Look here, Trey. Get together, bro. You play like straight garbage. Garbola juice. You play like basura. You played horrible. Pateribol. I don't know what that was, but that was not good at all. 13 for 28 for 164. I know since a monsoon, bro, but dang, under 50% completion, bro. You stuck up the joint. I would put Jimmy G in that game. You were horrible. You were horrific. You are a horror film. You are a bad dream we need to wake up from immediately. You were bad. And do not get me started with the Chicago Bears. I don't know how the heck the Niners are going to score 10 points. There's no Eddie Goldman anymore in Chicago. There's no more Akeem Hicks. Roquan Smith, half-stepping a little bit. He chilling, He waiting for his bread. Kick him the bag. He waiting for his bag. He not about to kill himself for no chump change over there in Chicago. Eddie Jackson ain't the same anymore. There's no more Kyle Fuller walking through that building. And you mean to tell me you scored 10 points? 10 points? Kyle, when you look in the mirror, bro, look at Trey, grab him by his shoulders and shake him and say, look here, bro, I'm not playing with you. I traded too much to go up and get you for you to play like straight up trash. Get it together, bro. Cause this ain't good, bro. It's dry. It's dry this week. You do the same crap you did last week, bro. I'm throwing Jimmy in there now. We're trying to win Super Bowl. Trying to win championship. The boy took it to Super Bowl was one throw away. You're supposed to be the difference. You look like you're trash. Get it together, Trey. I'm not playing. And as for the Bears, bro, shout out to Justin Fields. He threw one nice pass all game long. Shout out to Justin Fields. You ain't play that great either, bro. You play like straight garbage too. The only reason you not getting talked about because you won the football game. But shout out to Justin Fields for that nice throw to homeboy, man. Appreciate you. That was nice. But outside that, you were garbage too. So both quarterbacks can get their act together. Both of them were garbage. But shout out to the Bears. And Niners, time to look yourself in the mirror, bro. You ain't looking too high.
I think that, like you guys said, I think a lot of that though was Kyle Shanahan, kind of pumping out his chest a little too much. I mean, you go up in the Super Bowl, then you completely, wet the bed. And that, obviously it is to the GOAT and Tom Brady. Then you go to the 49ers, you go to the Super Bowl, and you have a good game. And then you pull the same playbook from Atlanta to San Francisco. So it's like you've been a lot of more hype than results, and with Trey, I mean, I kind of expected that with Trey. It's his first game, this, that, the other, as a starter. I mean, he's going to be the starter all year, and he should be, because these are going to be valuable game reps. You're not going to get this stuff in preseason. You're not going to get this in the offseason. This is where it's live. And when it's live like that, those are valuable. I mean, you look at Peyton Manning, and he had a horrible first year. I mean, they only won 3 games. The very next year, he won 13. So I'm not saying Trey Lance is going to be no Peyton Manning, because ain't nobody going to beat him. But as far as Trey, I do agree with both guys. He need to step up. If you the guy, you got to be the guy. Point blank. Period.
Yes, sir.
And now with the Bears. Now, I'm a Lions fan, so this is going to be a little bit biased. This team has no offensive line, no real weapons. You got the AARPs still on the defense, and it's a train wreck over there. Obviously, it's a brand new system, so I'm giving them a pass. They had to deal with the same stuff that Detroit had to deal with. The Boston turds effect. They had Aggie and Ryan Pace over there. We had Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. Why are you winning a game when you need some talent in the worst way? That's kind of a but I mean, we have seen the Jacksonville Jaguars not last year, but the year that they went and got. So it was 2 seasons ago for last season's draft. We seen them go 1-0, and then they lost 16 straight, and they went and got Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
I could kind of see the same thing going on with the Chicago Bears. They won week 1. They'll probably win 1 or 2 more games, and that's about it. They'll probably get, within the top 5 pick. They'll go get their offensive line, hopefully if they're smart, and, things like that. But shout out to the Bears at home, against a team that went to the playoffs and handled business. I mean, tip my hat off where I have to. So with the Bears, it's just like, man, yeah, that was 100% crazy game right there. When I seen the Bears won, I said, what in the world just happened? And then we got the next game, which is the Steelers and the Bengals. Obviously, that game had a lot of hype and a lot of woes. Corey, we'll start with you.
I don't want to talk about this game. Messed my money up. It messed my money up. Messed my money up. Messed up a 5-teamer for you, boy. That those daggone Queen City Jungle Kitties. You had to come out here and you played Mitch Trubisky, and y'all made Minka Fitzpatrick look like this man is like on first ballot Hall of Famer status now. Like, what were you doing when you came out there, boys? Like, what are we doing? You couldn't y'all couldn't do anything. Give me a little bit of hope. They sat there in the Queen City Jungle Kitties. They wet the bed so bad. This is a season of hope. And now they've turned that dream into a dampened dream. So I don't know about these guys. I mean, kudos to your team, your Steelers though, Trox. They the beauty and the genius that is Mike Tomlin still remains present no matter who's his quarterback. Yeah. Brother man still owns the Queen City Jungle Kitties every time.
Absolutely, man. Protech, what's your thoughts on this game?
What was this monstrosity? What was this? What was this travesty, this anarchy, this foolishness? What was this? What was this? 5 turnovers and you still in a ball game? What is going? What? Joe Burrow played like straight trash. He played like a deer in headlights. Like Corey said, Minka Fitzpatrick like a first ballot Hall of Famer. They're catching all the picks, having a good old time. It was a party. It was a fiesta. You get a pick. You get a pick. We all get a pick. It's a big city. It's a party in this thing. They had a good old party. That defense had a good old party. TJ Watt, hey, prayers up, bro. Hope you hit up soon, big dog. Hey, it was a party in that thing. 7 sacks, 5 turnovers. It was a party. And the house was Joe Burrow's house. Y'all went in there. Y'all took the refreshments. You took the alcohol. You chased everything. You gave everybody drinks. They were having a good old time. They had a party in that thing. And it was called Joe Burrow's party. And y'all destroyed that party. I don't know.
Hey,
I ain't
just
gonna lie to
beauty.
you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. This game was so weird because bitch did not play that great at all. My man didn't throw for 200 yards.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all won this game. Y'all should have blew out the Bengals. They had 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
If you turn 2 of those into touchdowns, this game is a rout and it's over with. Y'all up 14. Like if y'all turn 2 of them turnovers to scores, all she wrote. All she wrote. And also hope Najee Harris is all right too. He was hurt too, so hope he all right. But yeah, good comment by the Bengals, but you can't turn the ball 5 times for the win National Football League, bro. Cincinnati, get your act together. Cause these games count now, buddy. Ain't no more preseason. This is not training camp. This is not Aaron Donald hitting y'all with helmets. This is real life football. So get your act together. These games actually count now, okay?
Don't mess my money up again either. We're gonna find somebody. Look, my fiance goes to school in Joe Burrow's hometown. So Joe, don't make me make a visit to the Plains now. I ain't trying to do that, but if I got to and talk to somebody, I might have to go to Athens High School up there and maybe kind of stomp on Joe Burrow Field. So I don't want that to happen.
Absolutely. Now, my thoughts on it. I mean, like you guys said, if you score on those 2 of the 5 turnovers, like you're up you'll be up 28 points. It's like because 14-14, that's 28. You up 28 points. It's over. The confidence is gonna be shot, and it's gonna be a cakewalk the rest of the game. But like you guys said, prayers up to Najee Harris, prayers up to TJ Watt. Can't wait to get you guys back. But Chris Boswell doinking it, getting a second chance, and then through the uprights. Hey, you know what that calls for?
Oh my God, there it is.
Hey, let's go. When I heard that, I was lit. When I heard that, I said, let's go. I was streaming what do you call it? I think it was still the because that was a 1:00 game, so I was still doing the Eagles and the Lions.
Oh man.
But speaking of the Eagles,
gosh.
but speaking of the Eagles and Lions, man, what a gauntlet that was. 38-35.
Spicy.
We'll go with you guys. Protech, what's your thoughts on the Eagles and Lions?
This game was spicy. Extremely spicy. It was so spicy, my tongue fell out and I had to put my tongue back in. It was very spicy. What in the heck kind of game this was? Both y'all scored 73 combined points on running the football. I've never heard of crap like this a day in my life. When you hear a 73-point game, you're supposed to expect Jared Goff goes for 35 for 45 for 375 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Jalen Hurts goes for 31 for 40 for 275 and 4 touchdowns. This game was insane. There's a bunch of touchdowns being thrown. No. Whoop, timeout, technical foul. No, there was no touchdowns being thrown.
Hey, flag on the play.
Average. Flag on the play.
No, there was a touchdown thrown. Jared Goff threw it to the wrong player, threw it to the Eagles, but
Jared Goff threw it. It wasn't thrown by Jalen Hurts. You get my point. Look, there was 2 combined touchdown passes in the whole freaking game, and both run games were freaking dominant. They're running down people's throat and just destroying people with the run game. Like, offensive lines were dominant, defensive lines were non-existent, and defense was non-existent. Because goddamn, when A.J. Brown had 10 for 155, for crying out loud, that's insane. I don't know who the heck was checking him the whole game because that was ridiculous. But back to the point at hand. I was not expecting 73 points from run games. That is unfathomable. I've never heard no crap like that before. And I wish I won the game lines. Why I just beat them daggone pigeons? Stupid pigeons. I can't stand them daggone pigeons. They need it. Die, Eagles, die! Die! Daggone Eagles. You bums. I'm lucky you won that game. I ain't deserve to win that game, fools. But I guess I could say shout to Jalen Hurts with his non-throwing self Want to throw to one guy 100 times. Devontae Smith, where was his antennas? He was an APB out for him.
Locked up.
Locked up, they won't let him out. No, they won't let him out. No. You go nowhere. You stay right here, okay? You don't come out till tomorrow. So they got me good locked up.
I mean, Devontae Smith always look like he locked up because the boy needs something to eat after time. Good gosh.
My man, anniversary. Stop. Y'all wrong.
Lord have mercy.
Stop. Hey, Devontae, you need some weight, bro. I will give you some of mine, bro. Here, bro. Please.
Pause.
You need some weight, bro. You need some body fat here, bro. Liposuction, have it, bro. Here, bro. You need some weight, bro. You need to put some. You need to put some substance on your bones, bro. You're scaring me. But it's bro. Shout out to the Lions for giving a good game, though. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to watch. DeAndre Swift is a dog. I hope the ankle ain't too serious. By the way, I know he ain't practiced today.
Yeah.
And Josh Reynolds, catch the ball, bro.
Yeah.
Catch the ball. Darn it, catch the ball. Y'all won this game and caught that thing. Josh Reynolds catch the ball.
Yeah. Corey, what's your thoughts on it?
What's up with y'all in week 1 shootouts? Like, what is this? Back-to-back years, week 1 shootouts against, and I hope this isn't a precursor to say that the Eagles are going to be in the NFC Championship game, because my heart can't take that. But no, man, I thought that kind of like what Tony said. You know, the running game, they amassed all those points. And I think y'all had some opportunities on Jalen Hurts. I mean, I've gotten through like the first half of that game. And I mean, on their first drive that Hurts had, the 3rd and 15 on his feet right there. And I'm like, if I'm Scott Turner, I know that Carson Wentz isn't a runner, but it looks like the Lions are susceptible to somewhat mobile quarterbacks. I thought that, you know, Swift is as advertised. I think he's probably the best offensive weapon y'all have, and then Hawkinson, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know y'all always talk about Amon-Ra, and he looked pretty good out there at times too. So, you know, I think it's promising for the Lions, and you know, I think it's more of a black eye on the Eagles, right? Because let's be honest, you know, this is a team and that's rebuilding, trying to get to the next level. So this is a good feather in your hat, but you know, at the end of the day, a loss is a loss. And you know, and like I said, if ands and butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. So you know, you got to go out here and try in week 3 to get your first win of the season. Not this week. You got to do it next. Yeah. So, no. You got to do it in week 3. You got to do it in week 3. We're tired of that house of horrors in Ford Field. You know, we tired of being Ford Field's homecoming game, bro.
Hey, you do know we still owe you some stuff from the 91 playoffs. So
no, y'all don't. Yeah, you won 6 in a row.
Beat Barry and his squad.
2009. Don't you start with me. 2009 absolved all that happened. 2009 when we didn't even show up. And y'all went and did that, and you almost beat us in 2008 too.
Yeah.
As Santana Moss had that touchdown punt return. So I don't want to hear that. So
that would have been our first win too.
Yeah, that would have been y'all's only win.
And
Dante Culpepper at the quarterback. Lord have mercy.
I know Dante Culpepper. Come on.
You know I love y'all Lions fans, but Lord, no. Can't deal with them I can't deal with my Sag Nasty family. You know, they a little ignorant anyway, but I can't be dealing with this week. So, you know.
But what's going on, GGH? What's going on, Chino Knit? The dog catcher, how's it going? We got also Jalen Tolbert, and here's Johnny. What's going on? So the Lions and Eagles, I was live for that game. I went kind of bananas, but third quarter, what are we doing on an onside kick? Second quarter to end the quarter. What are we doing throwing a pick 6? Like, we seen so much good from it, but then yet we still seen so much bad from it. And it's just like,
why?
we got to figure out how to win. And and with learning how to win, to be able to put up 35 points on the paperweight champions of the Super Bowl 57, to put up 35 on them. Yeah, they put up 38 on us. But what does that 35 mean? That is number 1 in the NFC North. We put up the most points in the NFC North. Like, just imagine when we start getting Jamison Williams back. Just imagine when we get Jason Kapinda back, our fullback. Wait till we get, it's up in the air right now. We don't know yet how long Halapoulivaati Vaitai is going to be out for, but he did have back surgery. They did not rule out that he's not going to be out for the year. So there's still a chance he can come back. If he comes back, he didn't give up a single sack in the 15 games he played last year. What else did I there was also in the first quarter and in the fourth quarter, we shut the Eagles down. 0 points. A half of football, you shut down a team that's supposed to go to the Super Bowl this year. That's what everybody's saying. Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl or bust. I mean, we shut you out 2 quarters. And with losing by 3 and not playing our best game and only lose by 3, I think that's going to put a chip on our shoulder for next week. And, this coming up week. So, Eagle.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry,
right. You said it right next week.
Washington,
you said next week. You said it right next week. You said next
Washington,
week.
Y'all gonna have a dogfight this week.
Oh,
and you got to play 60 minutes, but that goes to any team. It doesn't matter if it's a division rival or same conference or interconference or whatever. Like, if you have a game, whether it's Friday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever game, Sunday, Monday, whatever. If you have a game, you have to play 60 minutes. Zero excuses. Because it only takes 1 or 2 plays in the National Football League. That's as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. If you could connect on a 50-yard touchdown pass, that might be the difference maker. If you stop a third and short, forcing them to maybe think about it, and they do try to go for a 4th and short, and you stop that might be a difference maker. All you need is 1 or 2 plays go your way, and you can walk out as the winner for that week. So got to play 60 minutes. That's the one knock on my Lions. I did not see 60 minutes. I saw 30 minutes. The other 30 you put up, it was 24-7. 24-7 in the second quarter. That's the only quarter we really got ourselves really mollywopped, because the third quarter it was 14-7. So it was like, and then the other 2 quarters, they scored 0 points and we scored. I think fourth quarter was 14-0, and then the first quarter 7-0. So, you got to play 60 minutes. What's up, Dan? What's up, Fred? How's it going? What's up, Jock Talk? But we got the Colts and Texans ended in a tie.
Oh gosh. Let me get this one, Tony. Let me get this one. You won't even have to. I don't even think you have to say anything. It's not what happened during the game. It's what happened after it. Somewhere in Houston, Texas, probably in the owner's box, Jim Irsay pulled out his little powder pack, drew some chalk lines on his table, sniffed it up a little bit just to get a little feeling, and he said, "This is Carson Wentz's fault. This is why you can't do it." And what did Rick James say about cocaine, right? It's a heck of a drug. It really is. Because they tried they did this narrative. They just did this smear campaign on Carson Wentz. They went out and got Matt Ryan. And Matt Ryan, we saw that really, Matt Ryan may have been the problem in Atlanta because the offense was looking kind of efficient with Mariota. Come on now, talk to me. Like I'm talking straight facts. They had to come back against old homeless fish sandwich eating Lovie Smith and his team, a team that they left for dead, and old long neck from the land before time. What's the Yates boy? Right? What's his name? What's the quarterback's name? What's long
Davis
name?
Mills.
Yeah, Mills. Yeah, Judge Mills Lane. Yeah, exactly. Let's get it on. But still, Tony don't know that one. He don't know that one. He didn't know the Mills Lane one. But at the end of the day, Rex Burkhead said it was a loss for Houston because they were in the lead for so long, and I tend to agree to him. But if you're Indianapolis, you should be embarrassed because of the narrative that you talked about. Just to talk, Carson Wentz, Chris Ballard, and all them was talking all that mess about him, and then you got Matt Ryan up in here, and y'all couldn't beat the lowly Texans. That is a problem. That is some writing on the wall that Frank Reich and company. I mean, I know it's week 1. It might be an overreaction. It is. It ain't 60 minutes either. I think he's got a couple more of these losses up in him, and I think they may make a switch.
I 100% agree with that one. What about you, Protech?
The Colts should be ashamed of themselves, bro. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Now I off the Jim Irsay is a clown. Who gives a what about Jim Irsay? No one gives a F-bomb about Jim Irsay. No one gives a crap about Jim Irsay. He's a moron. He's a clown. He's an idiot. Who gives a crap, right? But yeah, Corey brought a good point. Jim Irsay is the definition of a moron. But Matt Ryan, hey, buddy, fourth quarter. How many points do you have? 3 points? Oh, interesting. 6. You had 6. You scored a field goal in late third quarter. 6 points? 6? Come on, bro. Are you serious? And all this, and it's for the Commanders fans too. I got something for y'all. Yeah, obviously, but Matt Ryan, Barry Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz had Michael Pittman Jr. and Jonathan Taylor. Offensive line, oh, shut up. Where was their antennas against the Houston Texans? It's the Houston Texans. And like Corey said, it's the land before time. Long neck. Pause. My man neck is 6'6". It's taller than NBA player. My man
it's
neck
bigger
is
than Kenny Pickett's hands. Pause. It's okay, Trox. It's okay, Trox. It's okay. It's okay. I broke him.
Oh my God, somebody. Oh my God. Oh my God. Good one. That was hilarious, boy. That was perfect. But let me get back to these fools, though. 6 points in 3 quarters. That's what we do now. We're going to badmouth Carson Wentz all offseason long. But your new quarterback, Matt Ryan, 6 points against the lonely Houston Texans. The Texans that just had the third pick in the draft to take Derek Stingley. The same Houston Texans with one receiver named Brandon Cooks. I love Brandon Cooks. Way to cook him, Brandon. Way to cook him. But that's the only receiver worth a doggone on their roster. Same Texans that don't have a pass rush. Same Texans with very mediocre linebacker play. The same Texans that had no safety play but lost Justin Reed. And you mean to tell me you got 6 points? Jim Irsay, you are the definition of an idiot. You might be the worst owner in football. You might be worse than Dan Snyder.
I don't know about that. There's Dan Snyder. There's Jim.
I'm talking about just him as a person, because he does some stuff. He does some stuff too.
Tony,
Every owner got the skeleton.
Tony,
now.
save
This
yourself,
ain't out
bro.
yet. This ain't out yet.
Tony, save yourself, bro. Save yourself. Save yourself, brother.
I'm just talking trash. Don't pay me no mind. But he might be the second worst owner in football behind Dan Snyder.
Oh,
He ain't the worst. But
even Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he worse than Jerry Jones. Because Jerry Jones, at least he hired his son as a scapegoat. He can't even hire a scapegoat correctly. Jim Irsay's an idiot. He's an idiot. And his mouth is disgusting. It makes you want to puke. Every time you badmouth somebody, bring someone else in, you have 5 different quarterbacks in 5 different years, bro. You badmouth this dude, that dude. The last guy you had is worth a darn. His name was Andrew Luck.
And he killed that man.
And y'all got that man killed. And you gonna get mad at him when he retire early? You get y'all goofy selves on, man. Look, bro. Colts, be ready for a very long season. Unless JT has another 1,800 yard, 2,000 yard season, be prepared for a long season. You might not win the AFC South no more. Titans? Well, Titans think too. They lost to the Giants. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But you tied the Texans. That's even worse. I'm sorry. It's worse.
Hey, shout out to Jake the Tribal Chief. Shout out to Sam O'Day. Shout out to Steve Allen. Shout out to Tyler Shaw. Nick Gunjack. How's it going? But yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't put all I mean, Jim Irsay needs to just stop getting makeshift quarterbacks and just have one bad year. Go draft your quarterback. That's how you got Andrew Luck. That's how you got Peyton Manning. Go draft your quarterback. You're wasting away Jonathan Taylor. You're wasting away Michael Pittman. You're wasting away your entire talent. Go draft your quarterback. Stop playing with yourself and go get your quarterback.
Pause.
Because, I mean, come on now. Like, you got to go and get your quarterback. Texans to tie. I mean, hey, Lovie Smith might have a little bit something up his sleeve. Davis Mills, I mean, found a way to win, I guess. Well, I wouldn't say win, but if you count a moral victory as a win, I mean, okay, I guess you did win. But, I mean, you can't be going out go tie every single game. Like, it's not, no. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. If you're going to win, go win it. That goes to the Colts too. Like, you can't be tying the Texans. That's a team that you're better than. Go pick up the win. But I always said since that trade, I said that the Indianapolis Colts messed up. Getting Matt Ryan. I mean, all you had to do is put Matt Ryan's film on. Film don't lie. I've always said that for 4 years that I've been on this platform. Film don't lie. And all you had to do is go look at the film with the Atlanta Falcons. He was definitely the problem. And like you guys said, like, you can't be bashing a quarterback that is on his way out because, he didn't get you to where you wanted to be. Could have been play calling, could have been this, could have been that. Like, everybody want to put a bad label on a player, but they fail to realize, like, okay, well, how was his offensive line? How was this? How was that? Was his pass rush on defense helping the offense out by giving short fields for the offense? All these little things that help win a football game. And to go out there and just say, oh, Carson Wentz this, Carson Wentz that, he's not this, he's not that. It's like, I mean, yeah, Carson Wentz, I think, lost a lot of his hypeness or his confidence from the Super Bowl when he went down to see his backup and Nick Foles go down. I think it shook his entire confidence. Like, man, my backup won a Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, granted, he won a rock too, but I mean, you got to go out there and prove it that you could get one. There's no better feeling than you going out there and winning a ring. But to tie 20-20. I mean, granted, it was a decent scoring game, 40 points in that game. But I mean, come on, Colts, you got to step up this week. Use this game against the Texans as a chip on your shoulder. Come out the next week. If it's Jonathan Taylor that got to carry the team, then have it Jonathan Taylor carrying the team. Hey, Bird Gang, what's going on, brother?
Uh-oh.
Hey, if you need to get on, let me know. I know you're still at work, but if you want to get on, let me know. So it's just like Colts, they laid an egg. Tying to the Texans, that's laying an egg. Now we got the Dolphins mollywopping the Patriots 20-7.
Yeah, I think the funniest thing about this is that I think Bob Kraft paid for massages for him. That's why they went down there like a week earlier, and but they went down there 5 days ahead of time, and then this is what you put out there. And then y'all's favorite boy Matt Patricia's out here calling offensive plays. I'm like how the mighty have fallen in this situation. It's like when Andy Reid, right, a competent coach, and Bill Belichick is one of the most probably the most competent coaches in the history of the league. And it's like him putting Juan Castillo as the defensive coordinator, right? It made absolute no sense. Matt Patricia, I mean, he might have some familiarity with the offensive side of the ball, but that takes some time, development, understanding it. He might know how to attack it, but it doesn't mean he knows how to present it. So, they're in for something. If this is what they predict, and I know Miami's a house of horrors for them, and they might get right, but still, if this is what they're gonna put out there week in and week out, there's room for concern right there in Foxborough. Definitely.
Absolutely. Shout out to Levi Sanders, says watching from Ecuador. I love this. Hey, appreciate that, Levi. Well, what's your thoughts on it, Protech?
All you Patriot fans out there, get ready to stink this year. Get ready to stink. You have a defensive man calling offensive plays. Bill Belichick, you have officially lost your noggin. You have lost all logic. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't understand what was going through his head. But he lost his mind. And I'm going to need him to regain his mind. Because this ain't it, buddy. This is not it at all. This is a really bad look, my friend. It's a really bad look. And Mac Jones, look, man, feel bad for you. Don't have a legitimate receiver. You're already getting beat up. Your back hurt now. What happened? Somebody hit you. Somebody broke your vertebrae. You all right? Hope you be all right, man. And the Dolphins did what they're supposed to do. They come to Miami. They lose all the time. They lost to Brady. They're going to lose now. Who gives a crap? Shout out to the Dolphins that they did what they're supposed to do. Unlike the Colts, they did what they're supposed to do, win the game. Shout out to them. But I'm not impressed with Miami either. You got Tyreek Hill and Waddle. And you have, what's homie named Cedric Wilson from the Cowboys, Mike Gesicki, Chase Edmonds, and Raheem Mostert, and all these guys. You got all these guys in a melting pot for Mike McDaniel to have fun with. And you scored 20 points? That's it? 20 points?
I mean,
I'm not too impressed with y'all either. So, yeah.
I mean, 20 points to 7. I mean, that's all you needed.
Bruh. Troxel, come on, Troxel. They have all these dudes that scored 20 points.
Yeah, well, I do
20
feel
points.
Yeah, I do feel that the Dolphins now need to focus on their offensive line.
Facts.
Games are won and lost in the trenches, and I think that's where the 20 points came into play. Now, sometimes it can win you games, sometimes it's going to lose you games with the current offensive line because of all the firepower you have. But Mike Gesicki definitely got an L this week. I mean, he shell of himself.
Facts. He was definitely.
I mean, last year he played a lot better. You know, obviously you didn't have Tyreek Hill, you didn't have Cedric Wilson, you didn't have this person, that person. I mean, you got to spread it out, but when you get that ball, you got to, it's like a baby. You got to, you got to catch that boy. You got to catch that boy. And so I think the whole entire game for the Dolphins, I think Mike Gesicki definitely got the L. You know, I'm not gonna go too hard because you won the game, but man, Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Talk to
hey. That is why we got Mr. Pencilman out of Detroit, because he was whack calling plays. He was whack as a head coach. The whole entire thing that he wants to be Mr. Bill Belichick has failed. So you putting him at offensive coordinator with Joe Judge, another catastrophic head coach.
Judge Judy.
I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. Now, I'm not going to go too hard on the Patriots because they do got 6 Super Bowls. You know, I'm not going to go too hard on them. But in this game, y'all had
get over here. Finish him. Fatality.
And it ended in a
flawless victory.
I mean, straight out Mortal Kombat them. Because 20-7, come on. And I bet you that 7 points came in garbage time.
Yes, they did.
You know, so they basically shut you out.
I couldn't believe they had wore those all dark uniforms out there too. I was like, my God, guys. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, whoo. I know Miami wears the white, but still, I'm like, y'all couldn't find wear them reds out there, wear them throwback reds out there, or something. At least get
actually, I thought that's what they were gonna probably wear.
Yeah.
Matt Patricia was too bad. Even the Lions were like, you got to go. Hey, that's a
got him.
Yep, you got to go. But
he was so bad, he had to go to the other side of the ball.
Man. But he a rocket scientist.
So he's a moron. That's what he is.
Man, it don't take a rocket scientist to play the game of football or coach the game of football. But we got the Ravens and the Jets. First of all, though, what's going on too late? How's it going? Says Trox, you know the past doesn't mean jack these days. Patriots equal mid-division this year. Very possible. I mean, Dolphins look better. The Bills look a lot better. I mean, that right there is third in the division. You know,
the whole division mid outside of Buffalo. That whole division mid, all of them mid.
I don't know. I would say Dolphins up there, and then the Buffalo Bills.
They mid.
But we got the Ravens destroying the Jets 24-9.
Joe Flacco stinks. Why are we talking about this? Lamar did his thing. He said, look, man, pay me by Friday. Oh, you don't want to pay me? All right, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to y'all. I'm going to show them I'm going to do them Jets 3 touchdowns. You know, do my thug easy. Hey, Devin Duvernay got 2 of them. You know, Rashad Bateman got the bomb. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't run the ball for real. He said, I'm not even going to run it. I'm going to just throw it. I'm going to just do y'all. I'm going to just do y'all dirty. Bombs away. Boom. Ball number 1. Boom. Ball number 2. Oh, I got one more for you. Play action. Let me get you one more time. Hey, Rashad, go get that for me, bro. Bow! I'm like, why he do us like that? Like, just bombs away, just Just rocket launcher. Boom! Boom! I just did him dirty. Shout out to Lamar. He did his thing. And the Ravens defense did what it's supposed to do. It's Joe Flacco. It's Joe Flacco. He stinks. He's supposed to score 9 points. I was hoping they shut him out because he stinks. And yeah, he played against his former team. He wasn't beating the Ravens. We all knew this. Hey, shout out to Joe Flacco. They need Zach Wilson back in the quick, fast, and hurry.
Oh, yeah. Well, Clinton Simmons says, Jets fans, just end the season.
Oh, gosh.
What's up, Hefe?
Hefe.
It says Chiefs.
The Chefs.
But what is your thoughts on the Ravens and Jets?
Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna waste my time on that one.
Hey,
it's the Ravens.
Is this comment sufficient?
Hey, that's all in it. Clinton said it. What's the next game, Trox?
Hey, absolutely. I mean, but that's going back to what I've been preaching all show. You know, when you got a team that you're supposed to defeat, you take care of business. 24-9, you took care of business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, you did. That's my whole thoughts on it. You took care of business, and I do agree.
60 times,
huh?
He threw the ball almost 60 times.
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
Yeah, and Clint says Flacco was all right 7 years ago. Too bad it's today. Yeah. So we got your guys' game, the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Washington Commander at Washington, 22-28. I'll let you guys take over this segment. What you guys' thoughts? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. All right.
Okay.
Shout out to Carson Wentz. We saw the roller coaster of Carson, the ups and downs of Mr. Formerly known Pennsylvania. He throws 2 touchdown passes early in the game. He's like, oh, Carson, it's lit. Yay! Pick the Tyson Campbell. What is this? Next possession. Don't dare the screen and throws it to Trayvon Walker. Just straight to Trayvon Walker. Like he's Antonio Gibson. He wore a burgundy jersey and had 24 instead of a green jersey with 44 on it. Where are you throwing this ball at, Carson? What are you doing? I'm done with this crap. Oh, Carson, I'm sorry. I know I effed up. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Bomb away to Terry. I'm not done apologizing yet. Jahan, game winner. Get you out of here. Shout out to Carson Wentz. He did some good things. Antonio Gibson, 7 catches, 72 yards. 13 carries for 56 yards. Yeah. So he did some things running the football. This thing's catching it. I like to see this version of Antonio Gibson when he use them both as a receiver and as a rusher, not this whole, he's RB1, run him 25 times. No, not a full-time running back. He'll never be one. We know what he is. He's a weapon. So use him like a weapon, okay? And the defense leaves a lot to be desired. Derek Force was incredible, but the secondary was absolutely trash. Benjamin St. Juice and Kendall Fuller got put into a blender and got served a nice cold smoothie, got destroyed. Also, James Robinson was just torturous in the red zone, touchdown run and a touchdown catch. Travis Etienne did his thing as well, but he dropped like 100 passes, and Derek Force put him on his back, and they popped him to January 1st of next year. So, shout out to the Commanders that won the game, but hopefully we can take this momentum into this week versus the Detroit Lions. Oh, so cute.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. Little one wanted to say good night to everybody.
Oh,
Good night, little one.
night. Yeah. Well, so let's talk about this. Tony did a good job of breaking it down, but I will say this. I thought Carson played really well coming back in that fourth quarter, back-to-back touchdown drives. He utilized his weapons. His bugaboo was that he always leans on the tight ends, but he leaned on his receivers a lot more and his running backs out of the backfield. He didn't really – I don't think he tried to force stuff downfield like we've seen before in the past. I think he looked for checkdowns. Some people may complain he dinked and dunked too much there, but Curtis Samuels came out there and played one heck of a game. I used to call him PR. Used to call him PR10. And anybody in Washington knows who that is. I'm not going to use that name. I'm not apologizing for using that name just yet because he's got to put together a certain body of work. But Tony knows what I'm talking about now. He may have played in Seattle back in 2017 or something like that. But anywho, I thought that, the offensive line did well too. They had to make shifted in and out with the guards, and Logan Thomas, he looks like he's a little bit healthy. So that was good offensively. Scott Turner called a great game. Now let's go talk about these bums on the other side of the field. Jack Del Rio and the boys. Kendall Fuller. I don't know how many wide receivers is paying his mama child support for what they have done to her baby boy. But this man got burnt toast and coffee time all day long. He made me believe for a second that Christian Kirk deserved that contract that destroyed the wide receiver market with 6 receptions for $117. But they made no adjustment. They made no adjustment to it. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, what are we doing here, family? We had to figure out something else on that, because you can't do this. If you're going to do this with your boys up there, Troxel's boys are going to eat on Sunday. If they already look at Troxel, watch the film, everything. He's like, bring me Kendall Fuller. Bring me Kendall Fuller. That's all y'all say. I know that's what y'all say. But, and I thought the Derek Forrest, young man who's drafted last year out of Cincinnati, had one well of a game. I think he was always around the ball. He baptized Travis Etienne in the FedEx Field waters, or whatever you wanted to call it. He was like, psh, he said, be still. He said, peace, be still. And Etienne was still waters. Like, I mean, my gosh. And then we will, what's up, Corey? That's our guy right there. Corey Lott up in the house, man. Hey, he did, man. He was still waterfront deep, bro. But I like how the defense did get after Trevor Lawrence, because they made him feel uncomfortable all day. And shout out to the fans. Tony and I were there. That false start on the last drive, we made that happen. We made that happen. Don't let nobody tell you anything different there. And I'll leave it at this. Jacksonville should have won that game. They should have won the game. But guess what? They didn't. Anybody tell you that? And we should be excited about that, man. Let's have a good one, though. But, that was a good win. I thought they battled back, and it was everything the Carson Wentz experience. We were up. We were low. We were somewhere in between. But we walked out with a W.
Absolutely. I mean, a dub is a dub at the end of the day.
Brain word.
Mm-hmm. Hey, all I know is this: I got some film study to do, but just based off of kind of like the game details a little bit. I mean, it was 14-3 at half, and I mean 19 to 14 in the second half. So I mean, y'all did y'all thing, I mean, it wasn't really up until the second half that they really tried to put together a comeback, and it fell short. But one of the bigger losers in this game, I think, was the first game of Travis Etienne's pro career. You had a year to watch film. You had a year to kind of prep yourself. You had training camp, OTAs, things of that nature. You got to step up. I mean, I kind of knew that the Commanders were going to take care of this one, just by the sheer fact that, you kind of don't know what they have in Jacksonville. So with that, you gotta go towards the team that, hey, we're a quarterback away. We're, maybe this away, and we can start stringing some things together, but shout out to the Commanders. But this, hey, Detroit Lions, y'all going 1-1, same as the Lions.
We'll find out. Oh, and one more thing
Hey,
before we move on to the next game. All the Commanders fans that keep crying about Taylor Heineke, he will not win that daggone game. So stop crying. That is all.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I heard that. I heard that at the stadium when we were down 22-14, and they were like, "Oh, guy, get Taylor Heineke, man." I'm like, and then the most disrespectful thing I thought to Carson Wentz, that might hurt his ego, I don't know, but people were like, Heineke, Heineke. I was like, he didn't do anything. What are y'all celebrating? What are y'all celebrating this man for? Now, Carson got a rousing applause, but I never forget what I said when we took the lead, though, and we got the ball back. I said, not only did we win, but I said, we covered. We covered the 2.5 points. I was like, thank goodness. But thanks to the Bengals, Cord left with nothing.
I do gotta send a shout out to Mike, Corey Lott, and Too Late. Have a wonderful night. Appreciate you. But Miami says could go 17-1. I don't have them at 17-1. I could have them right around like 10 to 12 wins for the Miami Dolphins, but I can't say 17-1.
17.
But
It's only 17 games in the season.
yeah, that means they'd lose divisional round.
Interesting. Okay.
But we got the Giants and the Titans. Giants with a 1-point victory over the Tennessee Titans.
I think I think the Giants aren't as bad as what people are going to have them to be. To be honest with you, I think Dayball's actually a decent coach. I think Tennessee is on the backside of some things, and I think it was very telling when they had the OTAs and Ryan Tannehill was like, "Well, it's not my responsibility to be a mentor to anybody." So I was like, there's a little friction there, and you can only ride Derrick Henry for so long, and we see these offenses that are one single solitary back offenses. They don't go far in the playoffs. We've seen this time in and time out every year. It seems like yeah. So you got to have that. They don't have any wide receivers worth really a note in there. So this is a team that's kind of in flux right now with the Titans, and they have great coaching. I think Mike Vrabel is probably the most underrated head coach in the NFL. But I think they took the Giants lightly. And I think the Giants are going to be very similar to what the Lions were last year. They may not win every game, but you will feel when you play the Giants because they're going to be a physical team. And that's what worries me in December is that we have those guys back to back with a bye week sandwich in there.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you guys take care of business, though, I mean, it'll be a physical game, but but like you said, though, you got back to back with the bye week sandwich in. So if you do, make a mistake the first game, you got that get them mental reps. You just played them, and then you can go into the next game and just be like, okay, hey, look,
enough is enough.
It's gonna be 50-0. Because you played them your last game, but for me. Yeah, I gotta agree with Nick on this one. Saquon is back.
Yeah.
Those thighs, those Mack truck thighs are back, and he's healthy. And we all know that the Giants are going to go as far as Saquon Barkley is going to take them. They got some pieces, but is Daniel Jones a real quarterback, or is he a backup? There's no issues of drafting a backup. I mean, yeah, you gave up a lot to go get the backup, but hey, we've seen teams that said, "Oh, you know what? Hey, we'll rewrite our rights and rewrite our wrongs and get back to it." But I do think that Tannehill, his time it's running out. Tannehill's time is running out. I could see him getting benched. Now, personally, I wouldn't bench him. I would just ride it out, win, lose, or draw, playoffs or no playoffs, ride out Tannehill this 1 year. Get rid of him in the offseason and then give the keys fully to your rookie quarterback this year in Malik Willis. You know, but Titans, I mean, you were at home at Nissan Stadium and you lost by a point. Hey, you got to bounce back. You got to bounce back, like point blank, period. You lost to a lesser team. Now, it's any given Sunday, you know, things of that nature. I get it. But you can't let the teams that you want to, that are beatable, beat you. You got to handle those teams, especially if you want to play late in January and into February. You know, the goal is February every single year to all 32 teams. Those that don't beat the teams that you're supposed to don't get to January, you know, let alone February. So beat the teams that you're supposed to and go from there. You know, but now the next game we have is the Cardinals and the Chiefs, 44-21.
When your game gets cut off, you got a problem. Your game got cut off, Arizona. They cut your game off, bro. Josh stunk up the joint. Kyler Murray like a deer in headlights. He looked flustered. He looked confused. He need some more film study. They probably put that clause back in his contract. Make it 8 hours because he needs some more film study. Because that what he did on Sunday was a no-no. Mahomes is Mahomes. Y'all know what time it is. 5 tubs. Did him dirty. You know. Best quarterback in football. Don't at me. I know what time it is with my homeboy. Spread the ball around. Jordy Fortson caught a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire caught 2. Just
Everybody seemed like they were getting a touchdown.
Everybody getting a touchdown, you know. Juju getting in the action, you know what I'm saying? MVS get a little bit of run. I think this Kansas City Chiefs offense is better without Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Because now
I said it when I streamed that game.
You can't key in on one guy. Now they can methodically move down the field. They don't have to rely on big plays all the time. They don't have. That's why they lost Cincinnati, because they were relying on big 20, 30-yard chunks to move the football. But now they can run the ball more. They picked up Ronald Jones. I love that pickup as well. They can be a little bit more balanced offensively, can run the ball, go play action. And they'd be a little bit more of a traditional offense. But also they can go vertical on you now just because it ain't Tyreek Hill. MVS will still burn you down the sidelines, 65 yards of away, walking the end zone like nothing never happened. Okay. Sky Moore can do the same daggone thing. Juju can't do the same daggone thing, but yeah, he's a chain mover. 3rd and 10, he'll get you 12. 3rd and 11, get you 13. Things of that nature. So I love the Chiefs offense. Arizona ain't the same without D-Hop, and they will not be the same without D-Hop. Arizona might stink this year. We'll see how they look the next couple of games, but right now, it ain't looking too good. It is Kansas City, so I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. But Kyler Murray looked like he got I can't say the word, but he got female dogged in that game. He got dog walked. Walk the dog to Loserville. Welcome. Have a great day. Get out. And it did it out. And Arizona was at home. They were down 30 at home. This might be a long one, Cardinals fans. I feel bad for y'all, bro. Got 2 words.
That is my second team.
Yeah.
My second team. So yeah, I got a lot of negatives to say on this one, but
got 2 words for the Arizona Cardinals. That's tough. Enjoy. That's tough. God damn, that's tough.
The Cardinals are the biggest fraud in the NFL, and there is no way of putting it. They are the Nigerian Kings. They are the what else you want to call them, the Bitcoin Instagrammers who want you to invest in them and everything. They are every scheme, scam, scammaz in the world. This team is they have too many egos. They have too many wannabe Chiefs and not enough Indians. Cliff Kingsbury is a gamma. He ain't even a beta. He's a gamma of a head coach. Whenever you have your quarterback, when you say, hey, we need to get better at practice, so practice don't get better. We get blitz out here. There is a problem. Here you go back to it. That's friction because you're starting quarterback who's done nothing but steal money. He's done. What has he done, Trox? That he's looked good in some games, right? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Your Detroit Lions beat the crap out of them back in December down the stretch when they could have padded that lead and maybe have won the division there. I used to like Arizona. I really did. I used to like it, and I can't root for this team for the simple fact of it. And I'm saying this is me coming as a Washington fan too, with the pervert owner. I cannot root for this team because I like Kyler Murray, his ability and everything. I do not like his attitude, how he approaches the game. Whenever you have to, and this is what's going to happen. You got to play good teams. You're going to sputter, and this is what happened there. We saw it with them in the playoffs in the rain. He didn't know where he was, and now he goes up against Kansas City, which let's talk about. Y'all talking about Mahomes? This defense held him to 7 points for the most of the game. The 14, the 21 that they actually got, the 14 on that back end were throwaway. The game was already in hand.
Yeah, facts.
So that's what I'm like. The Cardinals are frauds, man. I hate to say that, but that's what they are. They're this overhyped, inept team. And they've got the talent. They've got the talent for it. But they don't have the leadership for it. And it's going to show this year, like it's shown in the last couple of years. Okay, I'm done now. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are.
Hey, hey, real talk. My Arizona Cardinals are the new Detroit Lions of the Matt Patricia era. I mean, it's almost like it's like you don't know how to truly seize the next moment. You have all this hype and you don't put out the effort. Why are we talking about Kyler Murray having to do more film study? That should be a guarantee that he should be in film study. What are you doing?
Yep.
And then there's plays in that game. He didn't even know where the blitz was coming from. But if he looked, he'd be like, oh, they're coming from this way. They're showing you that he's coming from this way. But no, he doesn't want to look at that. He completely just looked this way. You can't have tunnel vision. You're a quarterback. That's how quarterbacks end their career early, like Andrew Luck. He's about to get luckified, and it's not a good thing for him. So I mean, obviously you're going up against the Chiefs. I mean, it's always a long day at the office when you're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. But still, I mean, be competitive. Show some heart. There's no heart. There was no heart in that game. Going down 30 points. Getting yourself almost killed out there. But, hey. And you know what? I don't think that Cardinals are going to be the same even with D-Hop. Because as we've seen from what do you call it? Will Fuller. He got busted for the same exact thing. PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. Guess what happened to him? He has been MIA, even in MIA. And now he's with another team. So, I mean, this could be the downfall. This 100% could be the downfall. And if it is Super Bowl or bust, you just made a bust for J.J. Watt. Hey, J.J. Watt, come play with your brothers. Derek Watt and T.J. Watt up in Pittsburgh. We'll welcome you. Come on. Come on to your brothers. Hey, it's a family out there. So, yeah, Cardinals, come on now. Y'all got to step up. Y'all got to step up. But we got the Chargers and Raiders 24-19 Chargers with the 1-0 start.
The Raiders played horrible. They played horrible. I'm not going to. I can't say more than that. Devontae Adams ate because he's Devontae Adams. Okay, I don't care who the quarterback is. Troxel could be his quarterback. Corey could be his damn quarterback. I could be his damn quarterback. Still gonna throw 100 yards. 100 yards. He's gonna get 100 yards. He's freaking Devontae Adams. That's what he is. So, yeah, he's a dog. You know what he is. But Derek Carr threw 3 picks. Can't win like that. Sorry. Nope. And on top of that, where was Darren Waller and Hunter Renfro's antennas? APB out. Missing persons report. Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller. Missing persons report. You know why I was missing persons report? Because all number 4 saw was 17. Where is 17? He's not the only guy you can throw to, Derek. Throw to 83, buddy. Okay? He exists. He's a top 5 tight end. Throw the ball. Hey, number 13, he's pretty darn good too. Name freaking Hunter Renfro. Throw the ball. Okay? And stop taking unnecessary sacks. Because Khalil Mack was trying to destroy you. He was trying to throw you in a trash can, and you let him do it. So, Raiders didn't play well. Chargers did enough to win the game. I'm not surprised. Chargers are the better football team. So,
I agree with Steve. Kyler Murray is going to be the next Mariota. I definitely agree with that. Corey, your thoughts on Raiders Chargers?
What they got 6 sacks in the game, right? The Chargers defense did 3 of those came from Khalil Mack, and then the 3 interceptions. So that's like what? That's like minus. That's like a +9 for the defense if you're gonna grade it, right? They made him uncomfortable, and I mean, I think this week, and this is part 1 of it. Maybe we can stop with the AFC West hype train. And maybe these guys aren't as advertised as we think they are. Maybe it's just going to be a 2-team race with the Chargers and the Chiefs, which we get to see tomorrow night. So I think that's going to be more telling. And the Broncos and the Raiders are going to kind of be those guys maybe in the back seat of everything. But, yeah, I mean, Chargers, they were looking for blood. This was a revenge game from the last game of the season when the Raiders got in. They didn't. Man, would you like to take a tie? But hey, they got the win this time around.
Absolutely. Now, I do agree with Protech. I mean, you can't just single out one player and just keep giving him the ball. I mean, that's the same thing that Matthew Stafford did with Calvin Johnson in Detroit. It's the same thing he's kind of doing with Cooper Kupp in Los Angeles. You see all these quarterbacks, and then they get their one top guy, and it's like they're laser focused to this one guy because he doesn't want to hurt his feelings. Oh, you didn't throw me the ball this time. It's like, look, I don't care who gets the ball or how you get the ball. Eventually, everybody is going to get the ball. If you do your job, you're going to get the ball because that's what winning franchises do. They take care of business. Does not matter who the name on the back of the jersey is, as long as the team wins. And if you got Darren Waller, I have him, roughly within the top 6. I have him fourth or fourth to sixth top tight end. You got to give him the ball. You got Hunter Renfro. He carried you a lot of the years without Devontae Adams. Where's his love? You gotta share the ball. And when you're able to do that, it's gonna open up the run game. It's gonna open up this. It's gonna open up the play action. It's gonna open up that. It's like it's going to open a lot more things. And then your defense doesn't have to be out there to a Chargers team that's almost fully loaded and has a defense. They got a complete team over there in LA. So, I mean, shout out to the Chargers. I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan. I said that Herbert could go number 1 overall that year in the draft if Joe Burrow didn't win the national title. Hold on one quick second. We're going to go on to the Packers and the Vikings. So one of you guys can go first, talking about the Packers and the Vikings 23-7.
Packers were overrated all off season. They don't have no receivers. They got a quarterback who doesn't want to run anymore. And the Minnesota Vikings took advantage of it. Point blank, period. In the story. Kirk didn't do nothing special, but Justin Jefferson did a bunch of special things. Like torch an entire secondary by himself. So shout out to the Vikings. They're a better football team, I think, for right now. And the young receivers of the Packers gotta get their act together. Christian Watson can't be dropping touchdowns. These young guys gotta step up and make plays. Point blank, period. They didn't make plays. The Vikings did. They won the football game in pretty sounding fashion, as they should have, because the Packers have no receivers.
Yeah, how do you match that one? I think Kevin O'Connell had a good game plan. Attack this Joe Barry defense. He's very familiar with it. They were on the same coaching staff in Washington for a season, so they know each other really well. I think he had an ability to attack that offense, and we know, and you should know, Trox, that they have Green Bay's number ever since Kirk Cousins has been there. He always finds a way to beat the Green Bay Packers. He was doing it in Washington too at times. Aaron Rodgers became nauseating over the offseason. How can somebody who was so beloved, probably about, I'd say 16, 17 months ago, turn into one of the biggest villains in the sport? But Aaron Rodgers wrote the book on it too. And I guess I didn't think he had enough of them psychedelic plants to get through the game. So, he was just, and he was.
Got him.
I mean, my gosh, man, what can you say about Aaron Rodgers? I loved Aaron Rodgers. He was a bad man, like Stephen A. said, but he's a bad man. Nah, he's just bad, man. And it's just it's what it is, man.
Yeah.
No, bad man.
I mean, man, on the road to Minnesota, 23-7. 23-7. Like, not 23-3, 20, kept it close. Okay, hey, look, bounce here, bounce there. Nah, you got mollywopped. Like, Devontae Adams is the reason where you got into the playoffs almost every year. That is what it looks like. You only put up 7 points the first game post Devontae Adams. It ain't like you don't have receivers. You got Watson, you got Rodgers, you got who's the other one that they got this offseason too. In the rookies. I know they got 2 rookies.
Dobbs. I don't know.
Dobbs, yep. Appreciate that, Dobbs. I mean, you got some receivers, but that kind of falls a little bit on you too, Aaron Rodgers. Like, I mean, if you the guy or you're competing for the GOAT status, like, you got to make this core work. If not, you might as well give the Lions the division, because I feel with that type of performance, we could sweep them. With that type of performance, sweep the Bears, split the Vikings. There's your division title. That's 5-1. So Aaron Rodgers, you got to get yourself together. Otherwise, there's going to be a new NFC North champ. Now, it might not be Detroit. It might be the Vikings. They just showed that they could beat the reigning NFC North champs. 23-7. in convincing fashion. So, I mean, hey, I'm not a Kirk Cousins, fan or anything like that. I think he's a elite backup, but a decent starter. I always felt like that, even with the Washington teams that he was on. I was just like, okay, well, he doesn't wow you. He's not like that Patrick Mahomes where he's just a cold-blooded killer or a raging dog. Like, he just, all right, he tries to get loud. He tries to do that. And this ain't even going with the Michigan State beef. Like, if you got game, you got game, point blank, period. I'm going to put respect on it. I think that Kenneth Walker is going to be something special once he gets himself healthy. But, with the Vikings, hey, shout out to them. I mean, they look kind of dangerous now. 23-7, against the reigning division champs. But here's where it gets a little interesting, though. Sunday Night Football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Cowboys. 19-3.
There you go again, Trox. You did it again to me. Why you do this? How you do this to my screen like this, man? Every time you just brought out. You just had to bring up old strong hand, didn't you? It is like, I'm sorry. Can I talk to the Arizona Cardinals fans? I'm so sorry. Y'all are not the biggest frauds in the NFL. Those dirty, ashy-lipped, trashy, wore out, coked out Michael Irvin loving Jerry Jones illegitimate daughter Cowboys. They are. This is like they don't have any receivers outside of CeeDee Lamb. I don't know what Zeke's doing, right? But
nobody knows what Zeke's doing for the last 3 years.
That's true, and they don't have any tight ends. They've really sat on their hands on the tight end situation. To me,
well, I will.
Good.
I will say this: Dalton Schultz, if given a real opportunity, could be something special. I just think that he's in the wrong system.
Yeah, but they had. I mean, you look at this. This is a textbook situation of a setup for Mike McCarthy. They have been talking the entire time about Sean Payton coming in here next year. Something that'll make you go, right? It's like this just doesn't work out that perfectly. That this is going to happen, and now Dak's out for 6 to 8 weeks. They're probably their best offense player, right? Mm-hmm. They're deep now. On the flip side, now Dan Quinn and the defense boys, they held Brady in check for the most part, but your defense can only do so much.
Yep.
They got Micah Parsons. That dude, I love. It's the only reason why I like watching Dallas is because of him. Because I just like I appreciate I can appreciate good game like that. That's what I like what he does. He had 2 sacks on the senior citizen that was Tom Brady. And how you going like y'all couldn't do anything? Y'all couldn't do anything else with this team when their leader had been out. He was out probably filing divorce papers with his supermodel wife because she didn't want him come out of retirement. Come on now, but. This just seems like a setup. They're trying to get Mike McCarthy out of there, and it's a perfect storm. R&B lovers would say it's a quiet storm. This is what's going to happen. Dallas will be like 2-6 when Dak comes back, and Mike McCarthy might not even be the head coach. Sean Payton, holla at me, brother.
Hey, don't go to Dallas. Mm-hmm. We got to get this team to the postseason. And play the Detroit Lions one more time. Hey, Dallas, 1-1. But go ahead and talk that talk, Protech.
Hey, Shay's going for this one.
Yeah.
Guys, Cowboys, y'all are trash. Y'all are trash can water. Y'all like Garbola juice without Dak Prescott. Even with Dak Prescott, I look like Garbola juice because Mr. Kellen Moore doesn't know what run the football means. He forgot what that means.
Yep.
He forgot what offensive balance is. He thought, Dak, save me, Dak. Dak, you're the savior of our franchise. Guess what, Kellen? He was never a savior, my man. He was never a true franchise quarterback. He was always a really good starting quarterback that you had no choice but to pay because your other options were Cooper Rush or draft a rookie, which you did not trust to do so. Number one. Number two, even when James Washington and Michael Gallup comes back, your receiving core is still trash. I understand it's still trash, right? Because James Washington did almost nothing in Pittsburgh, but catching the occasional touchdown pass. There's James Washington. There's a James Washington sighting. It's a sighting. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's here. Yay. He's not all that, bro. Chill. Michael Gallup. Oh, Michael Gallup won 1,000-yard season. It's lit. It's not it, bro. Sorry. Got 2 words for Dallas Cowboy fans. That's tough. I don't care. Week 4, we're going to destroy you. We're going to put the bolt on y'all season and send Mike McCarthy and you bums out of here. I said, I don't care. Corey, I don't care.
Calm down, Tony. You talking ignorant now. We gotta worry about what's in front of us. Can't be looking 2 weeks ahead of time now. Don't do that. Don't do that. You sound like them people who don't like Carson Wentz, bro. That's what you.
I like Carson. I don't like.
I know, but you sound crazy. You sound crazy though, bro. We gotta focus.
We gotta follow what's in front of us.
We gotta find. Yes, with
I know. We got
with the Ford City felines. That's what we got to deal with. That we got to deal with them.
Full field nightmares. I know. I don't want to think about the nightmares. I'm trying to escape the nightmare. I'm trying to escape the nightmare and go in the future and do instant transmission. Okay, can I do instant transmission? Come back.
Yeah.
The Cowboys suck. I'm back week 2. All right, what's up, y'all?
Hey. It's kneecap season. Go ahead, keep thinking about the Cowboys.
Cause y'all give me nightmares, man. FedEx 4-field nightmares, man.
Hey, it's about to be a 4-field nightmare.
Nightmares. I give you nightmares, man.
No.
Nightmares.
Let me ask you this before you even get to that. How is it that y'all always draw us at home? Like, it's the craziest thing.
Hey, must be 1991.
Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I went back and I was looking through our last recent schedule and everything, and I was like, since like what was it, like 2007 when Mike Sellers baptized Kenoy Kennedy?
Yeah.
I think we probably played y'all 3 times at FedEx Field since then.
Yep.
Like,
but
come on.
Like, to me, I think that is the problem right there.
Yeah.
It's you guys haven't really put money into FedEx Field. Like, you almost got Jalen Hurts, even though it would have been kind of funny. You almost got him hurt.
That's fine.
You know,
ain't nobody.
But you guys got to put some money into that in that stadium, and that's where I got an issue with Snyder. You know, you have a franchise, you have a pro team. Take care of these boys. Put some money in their stadium. Mm-hmm. Give the fans something that they can be like, oh man, we gotta get up to that FedEx Field, man, because the Washington Commanders are going. Man, I almost called you guys a football team. Still, the Washington Commanders are coming, are going to be here, so we gotta go support our squad, you know, and things like that. So it's like, put some money in the field, put some money in the stadium. But I think that's why. You know, we play indoors. It's a little bit more up to date, a little bit, and things like that. But I love going on the road. Hey, take us on the road next year. You know, give us FedEx Field next year.
And the only time we get to play the Detroit Lions at home, we stink. That's the only time we get to play them at home.
Yep.
We're trash. This last time was 2019. We were absolutely horrible.
Hey, both teams are terrible.
Both teams are terrible. We were absolutely horrible.
Y'all had like Jeff Driscoll. Then y'all had like Jeff Driscoll at the quarterback trial.
Hey, didn't y'all win though?
Yeah,
in 2019.
Yeah, but then our quarterback, rest in peace, didn't realize he needed to go back out there. We were so bad he didn't know what a kneel down was. That's how bad it was. It was a victory formation. In case Keenum had to go out there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
What's up, Eddie Cross? But yeah, absolutely. But Cowboys, they're in a world of trouble. I mean, hey, Cowboy fans losing Dak. Hey, I think I'm gonna be sipping on that Kool-Aid on week 6.
He'll be back before then. You gonna sit there.
No, because that's
That's at
only
6 to
5
8
weeks.
weeks. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So I
that's
mean,
how.
that would be like the very earliest, but I don't think they're gonna do that. That'd be, I mean, well, because it's gonna depend on their record. If they're 2-3 or 3 or uh no, if they're like 1-4, I don't think he's gonna come back. Not week 6, because you're almost right there, almost out the playoffs. I mean, if you go 0-4, you're almost guaranteed out the playoffs. So you might as well just let him get healthy and things like that. And maybe that goes into what your point was, and try to get Mike McCarthy out of there.
It's rigged.
But man, you had a 45-year-old guy that lasted 40 days on the retirement list. 19-3. So, I mean, I guess that's all I got to say. It's like, hey, better luck next year. But that's the problem with Cowboys. Like, they need to stop thinking about the 1990s. Stop thinking about your Super Bowl. That's what got you caught up with Tony Romo. That's what got you caught up with Dak Prescott. You got to have a balanced offense. That means running the football. That means figuring out what the heck is wrong with Ezekiel Elliott. If there's something wrong with him, take care of it. Otherwise, get rid of him. Find a way to get rid of him, and keep Tony Pollard. If he's your best guy, that's the guy you need to roll with. But
Zeke didn't look that bad Sunday. He just wasn't giving enough carries.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he's been kind of MIA though for the last 3 years. Me personally, I'm canning everybody in the front office and offensive side of the football. I would keep Mike McCarthy because I do think that he can get franchises to win, but not with Kellen Moore and all these other guys. I just they got 99 problems, and football is 100% one of them. Especially with Dak Prescott going to be out for 68 weeks. I mean, their offensive line just is completely trash, and they're. If I'm the Cowboys, I would 100% try to tank this year. Go get you guys in the draft, move some players, pick up more draft pick, and really try to compete. Otherwise, Washington ain't that far off. And right now we got the paperweight champs in Philadelphia. So it's like you're going to be a thing of the past very, very shortly. So Cowboys got to get it together quickly.
Bye, Cowgirls.
Hey,
how about them Cowgirls?
Hey, that's the only reason why I watch Cowboy games is for the Cowgirls. But we got the Monday night matchup. Seahawks and the Broncos, 17-16. What you guys' thoughts on it?
Do we have to talk about this foolishness?
Oh, Russ. Dusty Rusty.
Yeah. Mr. Limited. And you're not Mr. Unlimited no more. You're Mr. Limited. Limited as y'all stink. Bro, you mean to tell me y'all had 4 red zone trips and you come down with 0 points? 2 turnovers on the 1-yard line. Melvin Gordon had the case of the fumbleitis back in his LA days. And then, he infected Javonte Williams when he touched the shoulder. He could fumble too. Just fumble. Trash. Also, you lost to Geno Smith, bro. Geno Smith. Broncos, just get it together, bro.
Hey, hold on one quick second. Michael Johnson's in the building. You know what time it is. Cheers with beers, my brother.
I
All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
I love these sounds. That's hilarious. But yeah, you lost to Geno Smith, bro. Y'all need to get y'all act together, bro. I don't know what's going on with y'all. I don't know what Russ did when he got back to Seattle. I don't know if he visited old friends. He was partying. I don't know what he was doing, but he lost his mind. You can't lose to Geno Smith. And Nathaniel Hackett is an idiot. I would have fired him right after the game. I'm sorry, bro. You wasted 35 seconds on the clock to kick a 64-yard field goal. You don't give it to your your $250 million franchise quarterback. You kick a 64-yard field goal with your $3 million kicker.
Yeah.
Throw the thing Hackett in the trash, man. He should have been fired right after the game. Just get him out.
You know where his dad coached at?
With the Raiders.
No, his dad was a quarterback coach for the Cleveland Browns.
That's right. Yeah, he was.
So
Wasn't he with Couch in them, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
But
he needs to go.
Hey, I got respect. Even though I'm a Steelers fan, I got respect for the Cleveland Browns. They know the Detroit Lions' pain. We've all been rebuilding since the 1960s.
Yeah,
but
Nathaniel Hackett needs to go.
Oh yeah.
Now,
what's your thoughts on it, Corey?
Yeah, that timeout. You need to call a timeout there on 4th and 5, right? And at least give yourself a fighting chance. If you don't make it, you don't make it. But in the red zone, they fumbled twice at the 1. It was just sloppy all over, undisciplined. It seemed like, it reminded me of a high school team that I was covering a couple weeks ago. They had 15 fumbles in the first 2 games of the season, all from under center. But it's like there's no winning formula there, right? Nathaniel Hackett, he seemed like, to me, he kind of came out of nowhere as a head coaching candidate. And you would think that you would want to pair somebody. This was a perfect opportunity, if you knew you were going to get Russell Wilson, to pair him with an offensive guru. Maybe you could have called Sean Payton and said, like, hey, you want to come out here? We're like New Orleans, but colder, and get your little smoky smoke on. I thought that Pete Carroll's defense, they held up. Like, I think that's Mr. People talking about Geno Smith and what he did. What that defense did to the Denver Broncos is masterful. They held them to 3 points in that second half. Like, I don't think that gets talked about. It's the fact that people talk about Geno Smith beating Russell Wilson. Yeah, it was Russell Wilson homecoming. But did y'all notice this? Nobody wanted to be around Russ. Nobody really came up to Russ. Pete kind of was like, yeah, what's up, dude? But nobody wanted to come up there. So I feel like that was a little bit more telling than anything, that maybe this may be a disaster. This might be a disaster and somebody said, I think it was NFL meme said, he reminded that it reminded them of Donovan McNabb when he was with us back in 2010. I was like, Lord have mercy. And what's new though? What, life, death, taxes, and Jamal Adams always getting hurt. Like, he always getting getting hurt, and the defense played better with him, and he want more money. How you want more money and you're not even doing your job? And can you play Trox? Can you play Geno Smith for me one time? Can you play the "Ha got him"? Because that's Geno Smith. That's actually Geno Smith. Who that boy is.
Got him.
Thank you, Geno. Thank you, Geno. Yeah, that's what he did. So
that's funny.
I mean, I 100% agree. I did not like the Hackett hire, especially that you got Russell Wilson. When you have Russell Wilson, I would have been more cool getting Lovie Smith. I'd have been more cool. Why? He's coached the team to a Super Bowl. He has that that championship pedigree. What has Nathaniel Hackett done?
Not a daggone thing.
Exactly. So it's like, it just did not make sense. And Geno Smith, shout out to Geno Smith. Hey, people tried to write him off. He didn't write back. He sat behind Drew Brees. He sat behind Phillip Rivers. He sat behind Eli Manning, and he learned. He did his job. So when he got another opportunity, he could try and step up. And that's exactly what he did. He said, hey, I got this game circled. Not only is it my first game, and he sat behind Russell Wilson. So he knows Russell Wilson's mentality. So not only did he sat behind these greats, he also knows a lot now. He's not the same Geno Smith that started with the New York Jets. So it's like he had this game circled not for one, it's the Broncos, it's his former quarterback, and it's showing the world, hey, look, I still have it. Now is my team gonna do this week in and week out? Probably not. I still have massive questions with that offensive line. I think a lot of that was, hey, NFL, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars, just make it interesting. If you win, you win, but just make it interesting. It's a big game. We got a lot of riding and things like that.
Let's ride. Broncos Nation. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Hey, bro, he did not even
Why
look
the
natural
loser do?
saying that.
Yeah, he's not natural.
Yeah. But we are going to go super rapid fire since that segment kind of took us a little bit longer with week 2. We're going to just say win and that team. Chargers, Chiefs. We'll go with you, Corey.
Is that at the Chargers?
At Chargers. Or no, at Chiefs. I'm sorry.
Give me the Chefs.
Okay. Chiefs. Okay, so I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say Chargers pull an upset.
Out Keenan Allen, he's not playing.
Huh?
They don't have Keenan Allen tomorrow night.
Oh, then Chiefs. Yeah. Okay. If it's not, if they're not full strength, then Chiefs. I thought they were both full strength.
No.
Okay. So Dolphins, Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens. They get revenge.
I think that the Dolphins pull an upset. I think Tyreek Hill kind of figures a way to help Tua out and kind of mask the run game a little bit. As far as like the offensive line. But it could go Ravens' way if what do you call it? Lamar Jackson does this. Yeah, if he pulls a hey MVP caliber Lamar Jackson, then it's gonna be no contest, Ravens. But I think that the Dolphins could pull an upset. Jets at the Browns.
Give me Cleveland.
Yeah, give me the Keebler Elves in this one with that new midfield logo. Give me the Keebler Elves. Yeah. I just wanted to get my Milano cookies after that.
Milano cookies. Funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm going with the sweep. Give me the Browns. I am going to skip our game for right now because we're going to kind of talk. That's going to be the next segment, but we can go and have that as a transition. Colts at Jaguars.
This is a nasty game.
You know what?
I'll take the Jaguars.
Give me the Jaguar on the road. Yeah, give me the Jaguar.
Okay. What about you, Protech?
I'm taking the Jags in the upset. I don't trust Indianapolis right now.
Okay. I'm actually gonna say Colts. I think Jonathan Taylor just completely destroys everybody. I think he needs to though. I think they're gonna take it out of Ryan Sand, and just give her straight to Jonathan Taylor.
JT.
Now, this is a really good matchup. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. It is at New Orleans.
Until the Saints lose to the Bucks in regular season, I'm taking the Saints.
I think Tampa gets right in this one. They won in the playoffs down there. They're gonna get right this year.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got Saints, and then we got one for Buccaneers. Tiebreaker. You know what? Give me the Buccaneers.
There you go.
I'm gonna take the Buccaneers. I think Leonard Fournette it's a little bit more. Alvin Kamara just kind of he's not there. Panthers at the Giants.
Panthers stink. Just giving a daggone stupid jobs.
Giants really start out 2-0. Give me the Panthers in the upset.
That's where I'm going. That's why I'm going. I think Baker figures it out. I think I'm going to go Panthers on that one. I just don't trust. I mean, you got Saquon, though, so that's a little bit hard. But I am going to stick with Panthers, but Saquon could be a difference maker. Patriots at Steelers.
Oh, gosh. That's a no.
Pittsburgh, put the curtain on their season. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh in this one to beat New England.
I'm going. Hey, we got a sweep in Pittsburgh because I'm going Steelers too. Rams at the Falcons at the Rams.
Oh, Rams angry. They about to destroy them boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody.
Okay, sweep on that one.
Yeah.
All right, Seahawks at the 49ers.
Oh.
Ooh, this is spicy. I'm gonna still take the Niners though.
Yeah, I think last week was a flash in the pan for the Seahawks. Give me San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm going 49ers as well. Bengals at the Cowboys.
Bengals.
I think it's going to be a sweep on this one.
There's no Dak. We're not talking about this.
Okay, Bengals. Texans at the Broncos.
Oh, Russ is angry. Give me Denver.
If they don't win this game,
oh man,
oh Lord!
If they don't win that, it's gonna be a ride.
The cannabis prices will be through the roof.
Yep.
And,
alcohol prices too.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Give me the Orangeman in that one.
All right, Cardinals at the Raiders.
I'm taking Vegas.
Yeah, give me the Vegas Raiders in this one. But they're only 5.5 point favorites in that game, so something kind of stinks in that. So, but I'm going with the Raiders.
I am a Cardinals fan first and foremost, but I am going Raiders until they prove me otherwise. And Kyler Murray can look and look where the rush is coming. I'm not going with the Cardinals. So give me the Raiders.
Is he gonna grow 1.5 feet? It's like,
bro, it was so blatant though. It was so blatant where the sack was gonna come in at. I mean, bro, like all he had to do is look, like turn your head just once, and I was
playing Call of Duty, man.
I'm telling you. But Bears at the Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay gets they'll win that game.
I think so too. What about you?
Green Bay.
Okay. Monday Night Football. We got Titans at the Bills.
Buffalo about to destroy them.
Yeah, Buffalo.
I got Buffalo too. They just look super potent right now. And then you also got the Vikings at the Eagles.
Oh, all biased. Give me Minnesota. All biased.
He just straight out said, "Hey, no cap, I'm gonna be biased."
Yeah,
All biased. All biased.
and this is at Minnesota, so
He said Minnesota.
give me the paper. Give me
No, it's it's in
at Philly.
Philly.
Oh, give me the paperweight champions then.
I think Philly gets that one.
Man, Kirk let
And
them
now
boys
we
up.
got our game, the Washington Commanders at the Detroit Lions. I think it's gonna be 2-1 on this one.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm thinking in Detroit. Psych.
Yeah.
The Detroit Commanders.
Yeah.
Come on. Detroit, come on.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we're gonna go about 20 minutes on this last topic. What is your outlook on this? On like the matchup, Commanders at the Lions. What are things that you're looking for to see from the Washington Commanders side?
Well, I think from my standpoint, I think building on last week, I think establishing the run. And if you get on a lead, if you get in front, don't take your foot off the accelerator. I think this defense has to come out and be aggressive with Jared Goff, because we know if Jared Goff is uncomfortable in the pocket, he's going to make mistakes, kind of like Carson Wentz will. I think they need to be mindful of TJ Hawkinson, because we struggle with tight end coverage there. In Swift, our running defense gave up 6.8 yards a pop last week. So that is going to be a key for me. Is like you got to, and then everybody's favorite liability in the secondary, Kendall Fuller, and then William Jackson, the third PI. It stands for pass interference, not private investigator, because it always seems like he's always getting pass interference. So I think they're going to figure that out. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this offense to continue to eat, but I'm looking for this defense to find a way to get off the field on third downs and get to Jared Goff.
I could dig that. What about you, Protech?
First of all, establish run, stop the run. Corey already talked about that. You can't stop the run. You're not winning the National Football League. I don't care how good your offense is. I don't care how good your passing defense is. If you can't stop the run, all a team going to do is put the ball in the belly, play action fake, everything's a run, and it's one-on-one cover with receivers, and they're going to just eat you alive. So, stop the run, first and foremost. Secondly, I want to see how Carson Wentz does build up from last week's performance, and the ups and downs, the interceptions, and the huge touchdown passes. I want to see more consistency from Carson, because Carson started off on fire. He cooled off a little bit in the middle of the game, threw some nasty, disgusting interceptions. I need him to bounce back from that and to be more consistent for 60 minutes. I want to see 60 minutes of solid football. And I don't know. I'm surprised Corey didn't bring this up. Where's Montez Sweat's antennas at? I need him to go get the quarterback. Don't be almost getting the quarterback. Don't be almost get a sack, like Louis T would say, almost get a sack, Mr. Almost get a sack. No, you need go finish and go get the quarterback. I would very appreciate that. And also in the run defense, like Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, that guy you better in that middle, bro. And the linebackers, you guys got to knife through gaps. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how Jamin Davis and Cole can figure it out. Just figure it out, because DeAndre Swift is a problem. Hope he is healthy, by the way. I don't want him to be a scratch with the ankle injury. By the way, a disclaimer: if he's playing, but neutralize him. If he's not him, then whoever the running back is, neutralize
him. From a Lions standpoint, well, I will say this. I think that ankle is more of a rest day. They just kind of use it as a hey, let's just rest today. We'll go through a walkthrough, one more maybe padded practice or something like that, or light practice, and kind of go from there. Now, I do want to kind of rewind a little bit. I did see a comment from the Pass Master. The only reason why I didn't go with the Cardinals is because Kyler Murray does not know how to look. If he can look both ways while he's calling the play, in the huddle or, whatever, you gotta be able to know where your blitz is coming from, where the coverage is at, because that's gonna help disguise a lot of things. That's the only reason why I'm not going with the Cardinals. Once Kyler Murray can understand that aspect, I will definitely be picking my Cardinals. But now back to Detroit. I definitely hope that the run game can continue. If DeAndre Swift, I mean, his big goal this year is 1,000 yard rushing, 1,000 yard receiving. If he can do that goal, if Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't drop a pass, it gets back to what he was last year, with a little bit more yardage and a little bit more catches and things like that. I think that, if he can get up to where he's at like 10 catches and 100 catches and 1,000 yards, I think, he can get that confidence. But, it's going to start, if you want 100 catches and 1,000 yards, you got to do it helping it out in week 2. You can't be dropping the passes. You dropped a pass last week. Hopefully it's just a one-hit wonder and you fix your hands. Maybe this week catch 203 balls instead of 202. As far as TJ Hawkinson, I do want to see him step up a little bit more. I do have him as a top 5 tight end as well. I think that he underperformed a little bit, especially in that first half. So I feel like if he can have a bounce back game, I think that can really do him some justice. Hey, it all starts with the quarterback, right? Jared Goff, stop throwing it to the opposite team. Our colors are blue. This time, this team is going to be red, not green. So stop throwing it to the opposing team. If you do that, and take care of the ball and, not fumbling, not doing this, not doing that, I think that, it can kind of go offensively, can kind of go Detroit's way. The biggest question mark is our number 2 overall pick going to finally get himself going? I think last week he was a lot more, I need to get the sack. I need to get the sack. I need to get the sack. No, stop thinking that like that. Slow your butt down. Go and get maybe a tackle for a loss, a tackle here, or get a quarterback pressure or quarterback hit, and then go get your sack. Because now you're finding yourself in a rhythm and things like that. You're starting to feel good, and you can start getting that pass rush going. And then linebackers obviously is our biggest question mark. That's been like that the whole year. Hopefully Malcolm Rodriguez, just like he did to Jason Kelsey, put somebody on their back ends, even if they're 70 pounds heavier than you. So I love seeing him throw down Jason Kelsey. That was probably my highlight. And so I definitely want to see Malcolm Rodriguez, aka Rodrigo, as we call him here in Detroit. I hopefully he brings that Oklahoma State swag to him. And secondary, it comes down to our captain, Tracy Walker. You can't be in your head and losing your cool. Once you throw a hit or get yourself ejected, you're letting your team down. You are our best player on defense outside of Malcolm Rodriguez. You can't be putting us in bad situations. Shout out to Jeff Okuda. I think he became our number 1 corner. So I want to see him a little bit more on Scary Terry, because Scary Terry is one of my key guys. I am keying out on the entire game. You let Scary Terry eat, it's opening up Gibson in the run game. So, when you can bottle something up, you give yourselves at least a fighting chance. Other than that, I mean, man, it's gonna be a heck of a game. I mean, I think both teams are gonna go for kneecaps, because I know Washington doesn't want their kneecaps bitten, and Lions don't want our what do you call it, kneecaps bitten. We want to be the kneecap biters. So, with that being said, I mean, I got us in a close game. Who wins? I mean, I guess we'll go and see what you guys say with scores and stuff like that.
Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, if I could score person, let's see here. Let me check what the over under is on this. 49. Let's go. I'll go 31-17.
Woo.
Washington.
Oh, hey.
There you go. There you go. How about that? Come and pick my team. Oh my God.
Hey, but in a blowout, okay.
It's not a blowout. It's
31-17.
ain't no blowout.
I mean, if it's double digits, you got some issues.
It ain't no blowout. Come on now.
It's like a
You want me now? If I said 38-17, it's something different. Like,
oh yeah, that is
that's one.
That's a blowout.
Yeah.
I have 33-27 Washington.
23 what?
33-27 Washington.
Oh, 33-27. Okay. Washington. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean that's
another game-winning touchdown.
I think well, I got us I think 28-27. I'm gonna go Lions on a field goal. I think our field goal kicker. Well, depends on where it's at though, because depends on possession and things like that. I got it. Either the touchdown and the extra point could make us a 1-point game, or we could be down 2 and the field goal could put us up 1. But I do have a 1-point victory. Defensively, I'm still not 100% with them. There's too many young guys and too many mistakes for me to be comfortable with our defense. Offensively, we can hang with the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care what anybody says. We can hang with the Kansas City Chiefs. But it's that defense that's
Corey.
I mean, all it's going to take is a shootout, and whoever get the last possession is going to win. Because
wait a minute, what'd you just say?
Hey, I definitely think that the Lions can compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. Offense for offense, I think so. Because you stop and think about it. Okay. We put up 35 points, and we don't even have our number 1B receiver in Jameson Williams. Hey, you trying to give me a
oh my God.
Austin Stybert, I think, is our kicker.
Yeah, Austin Stybert.
I don't know. I'm one of them persons like, hey, if you don't have like a proven guy, just keep your kicker off. Hey, come on, Michael Johnson.
Stay off the weed. The weed.
Come on, man.
I had hit it with the.
Come on, man.
I am not. But no, I mean, offensively, we can hang with anybody. Because we, like I said, we put up the number 1 in the NFC North, and 35 points. Let me go back to last week real quick. Let me just take a quick skim. I think it's the third most points scored in. Okay, we scored more points than the Buffalo Bills. Okay, we got Eagles scored more points than us. Obviously, the Chiefs with 44. Yeah, we are the third highest scoring, and we don't even have our second best wide receiver. So, I mean, 44 points, that ain't too far off from 35. That's 9 points. So, offensively, I think that we can compete with that. But it's that defense. That's where the wins, losses is going to come. You win championships from your defense. If you got a stout defense, you're going to win a lot of games. Because now you're limiting their scoring options, and all you got to do is do your job offensively. But like I said, I do got a 1-point game. Now it could be 28-27 Washington. It could be 28-27 Detroit. Like it's going to be like a super close game. I feel like it could 100% go either way. Like I said, I don't trust the Detroit Lions defense. I see some promise, but I don't see 60 minutes of football. And you need 60 minutes of football to win games in the National Football League. But what is one thing you don't want to see in today's or in Sunday's game?
Turnovers.
Turnovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turnovers. I'm a big proponent of getting off the field on third down. It's one of my bugaboos.
Yeah,
so
mine
I
too.
don't want to see anything over 50% in the conversion rate on third down, because that's telling me that we've got a good chance. If we lose that battle, we're probably going to lose the war. So I can't see that. And then the turnover battle, we were -2 last week in the turnover and still won, but different team, more experienced quarterback.
Yeah, mine is flags on the play.
Mhm.
The refs love to throw the flags on Detroit. I don't want to see it. Clean it up. If you clean that up, I think you can clean up, as you said as well, turnovers. To me, Lions, it's like flags and turnovers. It's like every single game we're gonna have at least one turnover and a whole bunch of flags. And those little minute things is what kills drives, what kills, scoring opportunities. So, I mean, we're talking about shout out to Tom Hood. We are talking about the Detroit Lions versus the Washington Commanders right now. This is our last segment. But that is definitely one thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see the penalties. Clean it up, play disciplined football. I always give the 5 keys. Play sound defense, run the football, stop the run. I'd say run the football, stop the football, play sound defense, play disciplined football, and have that will to win. My will to win is instead of going too high or too low, like if you're losing, don't get too down on yourself. If you're winning, don't get too high on yourself. If you score first, don't think that you can run through them, because I think that's what kind of caught us up with the Eagles. But just kind of fly straight in the middle, and every single play, learn something from it. There's a lesson in every single play. If you learn from it, you're going to get better. And if you do that over a course of a game, times that by 17 games, well, look how much better you are against, all your other opponents or all these other players. You're going to be light years better. So, I call that the Mamba mentality, where you just fly solo in the middle and you learn from every single play. If they could do that, then shoot, sky could be the limit in Sunday's matchup. But with that being said, do you guys got any closing remarks? We'll start off with you, Protech.
I wish y'all best of luck after Sunday. I just wanted this dub. No offense. But yeah, I'm tired of losing Ford Field. No more nightmares, and nightmares end now, hopefully. And after this week, man, I wish y'all best of luck during the season. I like what you guys did this offseason. You guys have a really solid football team, very underrated roster. And I think Dan Campbell's a solid head coach. So you guys can be more disciplined. You guys are young team to very undisciplined. So
I think we're the third youngest.
Yeah. You guys are very young. So you guys will learn the ins and outs and learn how to win together as a team. So wish y'all best of luck, man. Thank you for having me on. I very appreciate the honor. This is definitely fun. And I look forward to probably collabing again soon.
Oh, absolutely. You're definitely not going to be a stranger on the channel. Any closing remarks, Corey?
So I just want to hear at the end of this, in the words of the great Dan Miller, 3-0's on the clock. Game over. Losing streak over. Nightmare over. Washington, the Commanders win it. And the House of Horrors is finally over. And you know, we gave y'all Dan Miller, so you should be thankful for that.
Hey,
He's a DC
shout
guy.
Shout out to the voice of Detroit.
Yeah, that's it. Started at Fox 5 way back in the day. So I that's all I want to see. Detroit is they're like my lovable version of the Cowboys. I can't stand them, but I got family that loves them. And a lot of my friends on YouTube, like you, Trox, are Lions fans. So misery loves company, I guess, as it would say. But I hope that we beat y'all silly. And I know you probably feel that way about us in the opposite frame. We got to end this streak. We have to end the streak against y'all at, like I said, at Ford Farrell Line Field or whatever you want to call it. I think who's been around long is Martha Firestone. Like she's like the queen of y'all now. Like it's just like, so hopefully we can't save the queen in this one, and we just get the dub on it.
Hey, all I gotta say is this. Well, first and foremost, shout out to everybody that came out. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Sir Cam, what's going on? Tom Hood, how's it going? Definitely rewind this. We had a great show. Shout out to Protech Sports Network. Definitely go check them out. Link is in the description. Also, Corey, not a newcomer on the channel, but definitely, hey, gotta come out more often, and things like that. And hey, I gotta come out to your channel too.
Yeah, you do, bro. Yeah, you do. We gotta get that work.
Oh
we
yeah.
Get that work. Look, Monday night, win or lose.
Well,
win or lose.
Can we do Tuesday? Can we do Tuesday?
All crap baskets because I forgot y'all.
Unless you do earlier.
I can do earlier. I can do like 6. I can do like 6 or 7 on Monday.
Okay.
So we
that sounds like a plan.
Win or lose, we'll be on it. Okay.
And with that being said, love you all. Have a blessed night. But I got to end it with this.
Pump that horn.
Forward down the field, a target that will not yield, and with a blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rock, rock, rock. Go hard win the game. With honor you will keep your faith.
Down the field again. A Lions victory. Go Lions. But with that being said, have a wonderful night. Peace.
Corey's face, bro.